Okay, we let other people in. All right, so like I said, everybody, we're starting the recording process. If you don't want to be seen on camera, don't worry, you could just take the camera off. However, we want everybody to feel comfortable, and this is a platform that's going to help your business and yourself grow as you learn. So now we're going live on Facebook, because as you know, we go live on Facebook as well, and we upload everything to all the different social media platforms. If you don't already have a flyer and the information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it in your inbox. Oh, mes amis, c'est qui est-ce qui a parlé là? Allô, allô, bonsoir. Okay, I guess they muted themselves. All right, this evening, we are speaking about NFTs, cryptocurrency, as well as retirement planning. I guess that's the best way to do this. And join us now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put that right there on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. I'm letting others in, and you all can share with a friend and let them know we're live. All right, setting up for Facebook.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Hi, good evening.
All righty, hello there.
You're so silly. Hi, honey. All right, so we're actually just getting started. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the introductions. We have several people on now. You want me to call you Alexis, or you want me to call your Facebook name? Which one, honey? Which one?
Oh, got Alexis.
By the end of tonight, they're gonna know that Facebook name for those that don't know you. All right, perfect. Welcome to Team ECI, everybody. We are a group of people, and I'm gonna do a quick intro for all the new and beautiful faces that we have at this present time. I'm your girl, AniYa A. We started this platform. We started this, I wanna say, this group, this team. It's a family actually of entrepreneurs, business people, people that are literally working hard in a number of societies, in a number of jobs, but who all pretty much have the same passion, that really want to talk about money, increasing our wealth and decreasing our debt. And how do we do that, right? We have a platform on WhatsApp. We speak with the people each and every day. We speak to each other, we share ideas, we bounce ideas off of one another in our group setting. And what we do is we try to figure out what's the best topic to have every week for our community. As a growing community, there are millions of dollars to be made in the society presently, but how do you make that if you don't know the ins and outs? So that's what Team ECI is about. And just to let you know how we started, well, we're gonna have a conversation about that with two of our members, and then I will let you all know exactly how Team ECI started and why. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and introduce our first person. We're gonna save Stephanie, and we're gonna save Stephanie as well as our other speaker, Dr. Exuma, for last, because they have presentations this evening. And we're gonna do ladies first. I hope you men are not mad about that. Please don't be bad, men. But we're gonna start with ladies first, and we're gonna start with Rosie. Miss Rosie, can you unmute yourself and share a little bit of who you are, please? Because you have been so patient with us this evening. Unless you don't want to introduce yourself, and that's okay too. I love you.
Did you just address me? Did I hear my name?
I did. We're doing the introductions now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should say that I'm in 2 Zoom meetings.
Oh,
so both of them on a level that, you know, when I hear yeah. Okay, well, you know, I'm Rosie the Jean. I'm a geopolitical analyst.
I love it.
And a geopolitical strategist.
Okay.
So my expertise is to analyze, you know, international policies. Mm-hmm. So that's where my mind is. I don't speak no other language but that.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
So I can discuss almost every country, that's at the UN, 193 countries at the UN, and I can tell you pretty much what's going on in every single one of them. Brief description, but I concentrate right now mostly in Haiti,
Mhm.
Latin America, and then Eastern Europe.
Thank you so much. And those are places that are going through some struggles right now. And that's why I especially invited Miss Rosie DeJean on this platform. So you will be part of Team ECI and you will be a part of our group chat messages because you have a lot to share and offer. So thank you so much for that intro.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome, awesome. So we had Miss Rosie. Now we have Miss Madeline. Miss Madeline, please introduce yourself and please share that beautiful testimony that you were sharing prior to us going live.
All right, sorry, had to shoo my son away.
We love him. He's like the neighborhood child that we all are raising in the village. I'm loving it. I love him.
No, the 8-year-old.
Oh, now it's the 8-year-old. Oh,
Yeah, go away, go.
go ahead, sister.
Hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Maudlin. I am I work at a community college as an administrator / faculty member. I'm really happy to be here. Rosie, I'm so happy that you mentioned, I know she may not be listening, but I'm also a book author and I'm focusing on Haiti, and I'm currently focusing on Haiti's geography. So when she said that, my eyeballs popped up, like, oh my goodness, like that's a good connection. So Rosie, I'm really happy to meet you. Everyone else, being in this, part of this community has been such a blessing. I've learned so much. I was just talking to Steph about how 3 weeks ago I knew nothing about NFTs, and now I'm able to hold conversations, and it's just a platform that allows you to grow and be your best self. And I hope that not only in just learning from you all, that I can contribute my knowledge. I'm also a social worker. I know a lot about Haitian history, but also like growing and hoping to share my knowledge and learn with all of you. So I'm happy to be here. And let me mute before my kids start making a bunch of noise.
Okay, no problem. I wanted you to share that part about having those conversations, if you can, because that is so key to our growth. So
Yeah.
please, if you can, we understand that little man, he wants to be a part of the conversation, bring him in.
Yeah, so
That
about
was
a
so
month
awesome.
ago, guys, I work on a campus in Brooklyn, Kingsburg Community College, part of City University. These conversations about cryptocurrency and NFTs were happening, but you know what? I didn't have the ear to hear them. So folks were talking about them, right? Having these discussions, and they're mostly white folks. And so I didn't hear any of that before. It was until Steph did her presentation on the metaverse and NFTs, and I took that in and I looked it up myself. Now, when I go into these lounge rooms and whatever, where they share information, I don't block it out anymore. I hear it. So I'm able to talk to them and ask them questions. And so I say it's not always that we get left out. Sometimes if you're not familiar enough with a concept or a term, it may be talked about around you, but you don't hear it. So now I hear all of them. I hear NFTs, I hear to talk about crypto, I hear and I pay attention and ask questions. So it starts with having that mindset to receive information, and then taking it upon yourself, because when Steph presented, I left confused because it was all very new to me. But then I asked her a question, and then I went and I researched, and then she invited us to a boot camp, and I learned so much about it. So now I'm able to tell my other family members, my husband, and have conversations. So this is a wonderful group to be in. If and Stephanie said it, earlier we were having this discussion that we're moving away from the world that we're used to, where she said it. She said brick and mortar to, what did you say, Steph? From brick and mortar to charging something, and it's like, wow, well, yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. And you have to have the mindset to receive all this new information, because the world has changed, and we cannot be passed by it one more time.
Amen.
Thank you, sister. Testimony time. I'm telling you, what we're doing is literally trend setting and all of that jazz. And you heard it from somebody herself. I didn't have to pay her. She came out with this information on her own. Hello, somebody. I love it. We're gonna let everybody else present and then share who they are, and then I will share how important this information is that Miss Madeline and Steph just shared. So now we're gonna take my girl, Alexis Hardman. Please introduce yourself, my love.
Alrighty, hi everyone. Good evening.
Hi.
My name is Alexis Hardman. I met AniYa, 5 years ago? Jesus.
5 years. Yeah.
Time has just gone by so fast. But I just moved back to New York in the beginning of January. So I'm here working, and I'll soon be re-enrolled in school at the New York Film Academy. I have my own film and music production company, and I, write movies, and I just work in the film industry. So, learning something new that's coming along, I think that's very important, and I believe that is why AniYa decided to, just hit me up a few minutes ago and say, hey, you need to join. So anything to learn about, progression in a positive manner is something that I would like to be a part of. So thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm here to gain all the knowledge, just to be better. So thank you everyone for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, of course, my little sister, and she really cares about the Black race and positive Black images, and we want to make sure we emphasize and re-emphasize that. Yes, never forget that part, honey. Yes.
Absolutely. I'm all about my people and us, just having better, us being presented in a positive light, and also bringing positivity to the people. So, hey, I'm all about it.
I love it. Thank you, Alexis. I'm so glad you're with us tonight. We have Sabrina next. Sabrina, AKA Zoom user. Are you available, sister, to share? Okay. She may not be able to share right now. No problem. When she's available, she will let us know and she can share who she is. All right. Let's go to Mr. Colin. Colin Taylor. Are you able to unmute yourself, Mr. Colin Taylor?
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
I'm happy to be in the group. I was invited by Steph into the group here. Again, my name is Colin Taylor, and we just help breaking down and spreading the word and the information on crypto, NFTs, or just the markets in general, breaking it down simply so that anyone can understand it. So I'm happy to be in this group and also to receive the information that each one of you have to share as well.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you know what? It's all about the information, education, and empowerment of our community. So we welcome you. And I think you were just added last night or this morning, correct?
Yes, that was last night.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Excellent. Now we're going to have, I want to say, Lejean, if you can please unmute yourself and share who you are.
First of all, I want to thank you for having this great platform where we can exchange our ideas. You're always doing the positive things for our Black people. I love it. And that's why I'm with you 100%. I wanted to thank everybody who actually joined in, and we're here to have a very good debate especially about cryptocurrency. And I'm one of the authorized dealer for BitGood, and it's a crypto that's actually created in Haiti. It's also international, so we're all over the world. And I'm happy to discuss whatever we need to discuss with everybody who are actually in the same business. We're basically trying to decentralize the banking system where, they keep everybody hostage, just like back in the days we used to have Yellow Cab. Now we have Uber. We decentralized the taxi company. So that's basically what the cryptocurrency is doing around the world. So I'm happy to be here, to be on this platform to discuss everything.
Thank you so much. We are so appreciative. And I like the analogy that he just made. Like we used to have the taxi cab, and now we have Uber and Lyft and these other platforms. That is so true. Like the brick and mortar, click and order. You guys are coming with it tonight. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Jean. Now we
You're
have
very
my,
welcome.
thank you. We have my big brother, Mr. Robert Joseph, aka Mr. Jurolens Mortgage.
Uh, Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for being here with you guys. It was always a pleasure to be with you guys. My name is Robert Joseph, and I'm a different type of business. Um, I have a security company where I do security, private investigation, background checks, so on. And also on the other side, I have a mortgage company. Like the big brother was mentioned, we used to have a yellow cab. Now you have a different type of transportation. Uber, different type. It's just like the mortgage industry. Sometimes you used to have a control by the big bank. Sometimes the bank deny you. You most likely you say, hey, your dream, you cannot accomplish your dream, and that's where we coming from as a mortgage broker, as the owner of the mortgage broker. So we don't allow the bank to say no to you. So if you allow the bank to say no to you, that's up to you.
Right.
But and there's a different way you can use the mortgage broker. Is most of the time people sometimes they don't have no more knowledge about the difference between the mortgage broker versus the banks. They always think, oh, they have, let me go to the bank. And I'm not saying that, but I know the mortgage broker always better than the banks because there's a different way they can check for you guys for multiple different mortgage company, get a better rate for you. And there's so many things you can get. So sometimes you don't, you get a chance to look for what you're looking for to best fit you versus go to one bank, give you one products and say you get it or you don't get it. So, and I appreciate everybody who's been here, who's gonna share the knowledge with us. So I'm just coming here to learn from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And it's so true. There are so many ways to get a mortgage now. It's not like the same old, everything is changing, by the way. So I appreciate you, Mr. Robert, for your information. And you're going to have to do a whole presentation soon to really educate the people on those different platforms. I think that's so super important. As I'm going to share this last part here, I think I got everybody correct. Yes, the last person is Steph because she is going to be presenting and I have to share that screen with her right now. But real quick, I already did that stuff. So you have access now. People are watching on Instagram and Facebook, by the way. So from our Facebook friends, Queen Ocean is watching on Facebook. I wanted to give her a quick shout out. She is so sweet. And she wanted to be here with us, but she works, but she will be interviewed on our platform very soon. She's a young person and she's doing great work, in the community. And I love to acknowledge our young people because they are our future, right? If we don't embrace the young people now and share with them all of this knowledge, then we're failing them. And it takes a village literally to raise these young people and make them aware of what's going on so that they don't end up in the predicaments that we possibly ended up in. And so that's why I always encourage the young people to either listen to or to gather as much information as possible. So we have a bunch of people watching on Instagram as well. I can't call out all of their names, but there's been about 20 people already watching. They're sending comments. One person I love who's sending comments is Mr. Gene. I'm going to shout him out, Mr. Gene. I'm so happy you're with us. We have followers that stick with us. And then we have other friends that always call in and want to be a part of everything we're doing. Unfortunately, tonight, I have not heard from Dr. Exuma. I'm praying he's okay because Dr. Exuma is literally, we speak all the time, and I haven't heard from him. I don't know if anybody on the team can do a quick little message to Dr. Exuma and find out if he's actually okay. And then also Dr. Magley. Dr. Magley is always here with us. If somebody can please share with them that we're on live and that we want them on here with us, that'll be super, super dope. Please, guys, thank you so much. I don't know what happened to Dr. E. He presented his first part of his presentation last week. I'm praying he's okay because, times are very crazy right now, but I'm just hoping and praying for the best. So before Steph shares, I wanted to take the time to share this last part, right? in regards to what Madeline and Steph were just both talking about moments ago. How this platform got started is so unconventional, but is so necessary to share. You know, growing up, I always heard about, you know, mutual funds, and I always wanted to be rich. You know, it's the American dream. I'm first generation Haitian. So my family had money in Haiti, but that money in Haiti doesn't transfer to America the same way as we know. Madeline is shaking her head because you know what I mean. And so when you get to America, you better have a banking institution or like, you know, a stock option or something. But Haitian people typically like, you know, save their money under, you know, couches and mattresses and all kind of weird stuff. My grandmother had a bunch of little cans everywhere. I didn't realize that she was a millionaire until you know, she was gone. She had money everywhere. But anyway, that's besides the point. The bottom line is this: when I was about 14 or so, I heard about something called mutual funds. I don't know where I was or what I was doing. I can't remember. I was 14 years old. And I heard about this thing called mutual funds. Never knew what that was, but I was always curious about money and making a lot of money and being rich. So when I heard that it was something to save money and be rich in the future or whatever, I was like, I'm going to get more information. And we didn't have Google back then. So we barely had a computer back then, but you know, I'm from the old days. And I just remember just like looking up information somehow, some way, and then finding out that I can go to my bank because I already had a bank account at that time, and that I could actually start saving money aside. And I actually needed my mom's authority to, you know, be able to sign me up or whatever because I was so young. And I think by the time I was like either 15 or 16, I was able to open up a mutual fund account. Don't quote me on the time frame because, you know, that was a while ago. But either way, I remember my mom and me going into the bank, and my banker at the time, my financial advisor, says to me, "Oh my God, oh no, I was 16 because I was on my way to college. I was 16." And he says to me, "Oh my God, by the time you're 26, you're going to be a multimillionaire," because I was saving my money and you know, purchasing different things aggressively. So I did it in a way so that I could be wealthy in the future. Fast forward, I didn't know a thing about anything. I saw my money growing. And by the time 9/11 hits, my money is like going down the drain. I'm not educated on stocks fluctuating. I just knew I was supposed to be a multimillionaire, but now I see my money going down. I'm so young. By this time, I'm in college. I'm in my third year of college, and I'll never forget almost having an anxiety attack because nobody prepared me to just hold on and sit on the money, because I thought I was going broke at such a young age, and I still had college and I still had all these things that I wanted to accomplish, and nobody sat me down and explained it to me. Well, fast forward, I took all that money out that I had, and I basically splurged, and I, you know, played around with that money and traveled abroad and had fun and whatnot, and that money disappeared because I thought we were going to die anyway. It was 9/11. Okay, moving forward, started back again. When I found out, oh my God, when the money goes down, you could actually hold on to that money for the future, and that money will, you know, reinvest itself or whatever. You can take that money and do different things with it. Long story short, I started doing it again, this time with a very big institution, very credible. And it was like this white man would take my money every month and do what he wanted with the money. He would never educate me on what was happening. So here's this money going in every month, right? And it's doing whatever, and it has graphs and it has charts and things are going up and down. And then one day I asked him, I said, "Can you please explain to me what all of this means? I don't know numbers. I don't know math. I just see graphs and charts and things and colors, and everything is just so gorgeous, but I don't understand." It was like he never had time to sit with this little Black girl and explain a damn thing. So every time I spoke with him, I felt defeated because, oh my God, I might get emotional because I didn't understand it. And I'm trying to ask you, you're taking my money, you're doing something with it, and I just want education. I'm not going to take your business from you. I'm never going to be able to do that. I just want to know what the hell is happening so that I can be educated and know too. He would never educate me. So years later, I said, you know what? I have to make an executive decision. It's my money. It's my time, and I can't get anywhere with him. And I would find different routes. And today, presently, we have Team ECI because of what happened to me. And that's how Team ECI started the Economic Crisis Initiative, because it's almost like a crisis that we're in every single day when everybody else is becoming more and more wealthy around us. And here we are as the Black people, we're not stupid, but we just don't have the information. So it brings me so much joy to share this platform with you all and the world, because we've never had people to really sit down and share with us. Then we have things like the Black Wall Street, which is a whole nother sector. We'll talk about that more in the future. But today, presently, look at how beautiful you all are. This is not even the whole group. Sometimes people come in much later, but this is not even the whole group of Black people that really care about their financial growth, their financial education, empowering one another. And we've come up with this platform. We have executives, we have my actual banker who will be back with us. Ever since investing with him, a young Black man, may I add, let me just do this real quick, clap it up, clap it up. This young Black man, he really cares. He has been on our platform before. He explains things and it sounds like Chinese, but I finally started to grasp it. I was doing very well. And then the crash just happened recently, but that's okay. He has informed me everything you're investing in, AniYa, is going to go back up. You see the difference? He breaks it down. He shares with me, AniYa, your money is going to go back up. Just sit and wait. He tells me every little thing that's happening in the stock market so I don't have panic attacks every day. With that being said, I know that was a mouthful, but I just wanted those new people that are joining and those that are watching on social media to have an understanding of what we do and why we do it. And then, of course, we had a beautiful testimony from Sister Madeline. And this is why it's important to know certain things so that we can be better equipped to move forward and become the multimillionaires that we're about to be. Thank you so much. We're turning it over to Stephanie. You guys, if you have questions or concerns, drop some questions and concerns, raise your hands if you have to ask questions, and we'll of course answer them accordingly. And I'm going to take my camera off because now I'm getting worried about Dr. Eshima for a number of reasons. This is not like him at all. So now I'm really kind of concerned. So I'll make a few phone calls. Stephanie is going to present. For those that are not a part of Team ECI's WhatsApp group already, it's 347-617-6873. I'm going to drop that message here, 347-617-6873. Steph Winter, take it over, baby.
Hello, good night, good morning from wherever you guys are. I thank you guys. My name is, of course, Steph Winter. I am a 39-year-old mother of one, and I'm also a grandmother of one. It's a blessing. But of course, I am in the financial industry, the financial markets, and I had no business being in there. I don't know about you guys, but I felt like when I first started, I had no business being in there. One thing that I could say is I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what really drove me into wanting to learn about the financial markets. Originally, I've been working for a company called Yellow Pages for about, I want to say 17 years. And they laid me off in 2019 and I had to go back to school for business. I actually chose to go back to school for business. And then I actually came across this platform that I'm going to talk to you guys about, actually give you guys a little bit of breakdown about. And as I said, I had no business being nowhere around the financial markets because I literally thought that it had something to do with math. And I'm not the best with math, I'll be honest with you. I'm just putting this out there. But I was willing to learn. I was hungry. I was so, what I mean, like, it's to the point where after losing a job for 17 years, I didn't know how to even go back to a new job. So I had nothing to lose and so much more to gain. So the information that I'm going to give you today, I just want you to take it as information. I'm going to actually try to break it down as fast as I possibly can because I want to dig into some of the actual groundwork of what it is that we do. I want to give you a breakdown of what it is that we do, but I want to show you some stuff as well. So I'm going to quickly share my screen with you guys. And again, I thank you guys all for being here because you could have been anywhere else in the world and you decided to be on this call. It's appreciating it. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Hope you're okay. Sorry, my daughter was knocking. My apologies. Okay, so the company itself here, I'm going to put it on slideshow for you guys. All right, so the company that of course I partnered with it's called iGenius, and their slogan literally just be brilliant at whatever you do in life, okay? The problem that a lot of us have, and it is what it is. I heard all of us kind of saying what we do for a living, but of course, I heard a lot of us saying that AniYa initially said that we have a problem with learning about money, okay? And it's a problem that's, I don't know how long it's been going on, but I always tell people, I personally was somebody that invested a lot into my closet growing up. When I hit 16, 17, I didn't really get the gist of life the way it is. And I just looked at it like, I just wanted to look good. And of course, that becomes a problem because we're mentally stressed out. Like a lot of us, 97% of the world is mentally stressed out, whether it be credit card debt, you name it. We're literally, or school, marriage, whatever it is, we're literally stressed out because a lot of us just don't know how to make money work for us. So this company provides a solution here. And what it is they provide you with education, research, tools, and the opportunities just for you guys to learn. And if you take a look down there, it says we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we used to create them. And that's a heavy statement because, as I just explained, like me and my beautiful friend here were saying, is like the world is like literally changed. It's not even that it's changing, it has changed, right? So if we're looking to solve problems, my mom used to say things like money grows on trees and money is the root of all evil and you got to go to school and get good grades. And those are things that I used to hear on a regular basis. And I had to look at things and say to myself, but wait a minute, we're in 2022 where money does grow on trees. And I had to start looking at things for what they were worth. We can't still solve the same problems. So this company here, it is called iGenius. It is a publicly traded company. And for those of you guys that don't know what a publicly traded company is, it pretty much is a company that shows their actual debt as well as it shows their profits to the government every 3 to 6 months. Okay. And that for me was very heavy. Why? Because there's a lot of people online that are showing you credible stuff or they're saying that they make money here and they make money there. For me, I'm at an age where I just wanted credibility. I needed the credibility for myself to learn something and be aware of what was going on at the same time, to also to be in control of my own life. So at the same time, while I'm learning, I get to actually invest in this company as well and own a piece of this company. And we're going to talk a little bit about owning pieces of the company with respects to the stock market. So this company, of course, is found in 77 different countries. No matter what your education is, your background, and for me, myself, as I mentioned to you guys, I'm not a person that very familiar with math or anything. So I thought it had a lot to do with math, nothing. It literally is literally taking you from a 5-year-old to the ground up, teaching you, educating you, and then of course, allowing you to apply the education at the same time. A lot of people just want to basically allow you to learn something, but don't really want to teach you how they got to that level. So there are 4 ways in which they definitely work with you to make you understand all 4 of the major markets, which are the foreign exchange market. And if those of you guys that don't know about the foreign exchange market, this is actual currency. We all come from different countries. Our currencies are foreign, and they literally are currencies that pretty much trade each and every single day. Okay. You learn live from actual experts on how to get into these markets. Nothing works without education. And that's basically what happens within the Learn Live section. You're actually getting a trader. There's about 15 to 20 different traders that actually trade in front of you. You get to learn live from them, ask questions, and it's pretty much a testimonial of who do you want to watch? Do you want to watch somebody that has cryptocurrency? Do you want to watch somebody that's in the foreign exchange market? Whatever market you want to be in, if it's actually the NFT market, which I'm going to show you a little bit of an example about as well, you get to choose what market that you want to be in. Sorry, let me have a drink here. As I said, nothing works without education. So here you're actually getting brought back to the university, and it's not your regular university. This is for somebody that knows nothing about the markets. Okay, you're going through basic and advanced and intermediate education within all 4 of these markets. I'm kind of skip through here as a disclaimer, as I'm going to tell you, I am not a financial advisor. I am just somebody that's here to provide you with the education. Trading, of course, is risky, and it's not a trading company. This is an educational platform. But of course, once you are educating yourself, it is your risk. Okay. Past performance never guarantees future gains, but we're here to show you exactly how to make that money. And I'm going to definitely dive into all of these markets for you and show you a little bit of an example. So of course, the foreign exchange market we just talked about, it is the buying and the selling of currencies. Your bank and my bank, I'm in Canada here. A lot of you guys are in the US. They trade their currencies every single day. And that basically allows the foreign exchange. If we ever left the country, sometimes our dollar is high, sometimes our dollar is low. When that tug of war is going on, a lot of times we lose money, a lot of times we gain money. We never win in the middle because we don't know what's going on. Here you have traders that are actually teaching you from the ground up what they're buying versus what they're selling, and they give you the answers at the same time that you could apply the education at the same time. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of that in a couple of minutes. Just give me a second. The equities market. A lot of people talk about the stock market and they get confused with the fact that there is a foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is $7.7 trillion that runs through that market. 80% your bank plays with. The other 20%, you know who owns that? Me and you. But because nobody ever taught us these things, we would never know that we're allowed to dabble in these markets. Okay, the equities market.
Can you please share that again? Wait, real slow, because I'm about to record what you just said, honey. What you said now?
So the foreign exchange market, again, as I said, there is $7.7 trillion that runs in that market every single day. Banks are literally having a ball in that market. Okay, whether US wants to buy from Japan, Japan wants to buy from Canada, they have a major ball in that market. 80% of it is owned by the banks, and the other 20% is owned by you and me, investors. You have hedge fund managers, but we as ourselves, as people, would never know that we're allowed to be in these markets. Why? Because nobody ever explained this to us while we were going to school. Nobody ever educated us on how to make that money work. As I mentioned in the beginning, where the closet is full of the investment, but of course, if somebody taught me that $100 can literally do something for me and continuously grow for me, I would have been able to understand what was going on in this foreign exchange market. Luckily, here we do have a platform that allows you to learn that. And again, I do want to talk to you a little bit also about the equities market. And I want to break it down the easiest I possibly can. Because the equity, the stock market. A lot of people get confused with the stock market, which is a complete different market, it's almost like a complete different entity. When you're on Netflix, you can watch one TV show. Here's a different TV show. Okay, this is a different place where you can make money. Everybody normally confuses the stock market with every different market. The stock market. This phone is an Apple iPhone. Apple is a $1 trillion company. This phone costs about $1,000. To own Apple right now, and meaning to be a co-owner of Apple, it would cost you somewhere between 160, maybe I think about 100. Don't quote me on my prices right now. I don't know what the market looks like right now, but $150 to $160 US. Okay, meaning that every time Apple's products were being sold or anything that was going on with Apple's, if you were holding long-term, you're actually looking at generational wealth to be grown. Again, nobody told me these things. And if you take a look in your household, you've been loyal to a lot of these household companies. There's Hoover, there's Pine Sol, there's you name it. There's what else is there that we use? There's Clorox. All of these companies we've been loyal to, and they've never kept it a secret. Somebody's kept it a secret from us, but those people never said, hey, I won't give you a check. They never said that. They just didn't tell us how to get that check. So now it's pretty much you just growing your generational wealth by taking, let's say, $152 and actually putting it into that market and saying, you know what, now I own a piece of Apple. What Apple does is they send you actual letters to let you know that you're now a co-owner, you're a share owner, you're a shareholder of this company. You make decisions now on what goes on in this company. And that's, again, here, what you're learning is what kind of companies that they would love for you to invest in. Now, again, this is all educational information that they provide you. You don't have to take their information, but they allow you to understand. And keep in mind, 2.5 years, actually 3 years, February 1st, makes me here. I didn't know about these things to be able to talk to you guys about these things, right? So here you get a chance to learn exactly what to buy and what to sell in the markets. But not only that, you get to understand what the market is. It's almost like a Netflix subscription, and you just pick what you want to buy, what you want to dabble in first. Okay. Then we have the cryptocurrency market, one of my favorite markets. This market, again, it's a decentralized currency market. Of course, a lot of people know Bitcoin, and then a lot of people know altcoins. Okay. Altcoins, I say for people that don't know, it's just literally different. And my analogy is there are a lot of digital, the world has gone digital right now. Okay. Bitcoin is a digital currency, just like your fiat. But then you have certain digital coins that have background behind them. They have CEOs behind them. They have people that are creating certain things in order for us to be able to utilize things. And an example would be, if I have Bitcoin, I can only send actual Bitcoin to somebody else that has Bitcoin. I can't have Ethereum and send Ethereum to somebody that has Bitcoin, because we're not allowed to do that in this day and age. There is a company right now that is basically saying to themselves, saying, we are working on a way that you will be able to trade whatever you want not even trade, to actually exchange whatever you want at any given time. Okay. There's companies that are doing these things versus there are companies that are out there just putting up, I want to say, bad coins and just looking to grow hype. So this is where, as an individual that knows nothing about the cryptocurrency, it's imperative that you understand that it's not about hype that you buy. It's about understanding what it is that you are actually buying and why you're buying it. Is it something that I should be holding long term? Okay. Does it have a community behind it? Does it have some background behind it? Am I going to get, is it going to, obviously hoping that it's going to go up. A lot of people just buy and hold. I'm going to show you some certain tactics where you can actually learn how to not only just hold, but to be in there and know when to buy and get out with profit, which is selling. Okay. But that's the cryptocurrency market in a whole. One of my favorite products, and I'm just going to break this down for you really quickly, is the Crypto Elite. This is where you have, I want to say to you, this company is a third-party company that's partnered with iGenius. We don't own this company. Okay. This company trades for people like Amazon, it trades for your Googles, it trades for your, I don't know, your Teslas, all of these big name brand companies, this company does trade for. I just want to show you an example of the website here. Give me 1 second. This is the website, Endotech. If you were to actually jump into this website, you would and have these people trade for you commercially, they would charge you an entry fee of $125,000. Of course, I don't know who would be paying for that much, but again, they trade commercially. Okay. Luckily, that does not happen here.
Stephanie, sorry, can you break down what that means, trading commercially, for those that don't understand that, and what that entails, please?
Absolutely. So what this company does is, it's an artificial intelligence company. Okay. They are trading for you hands-free. A robot trades for you for a period of 12 months, absolutely hands-free. So you pretty much set a certain amount of your investment into this company, and they will be trading for you. And this, as I mentioned, they trade for your Apples, your Amazons, your Googles. They trade that for these companies commercially. Okay. What we've done here at iGenius is we've partnered with this company, but we're not paying the entry fee of $125,000 for 1 year. We're paying a smaller, way smaller fee, almost 95%, which is a minimum fee of $1,000 when you are an elite member. Okay. So for $1,000, you would put in for your robot to trade for you, and it would be trading for a period of 12 months, hands-free, and it does everything for you, but you do have to pay this company back a certain amount of fee when it does trade for you. Okay, and I'm going to show you a bit of an example of exactly what that would look like. So if you were in there, let's say 2020s, this is one of, there's actually 8 different strategies that you can trade from. Okay, it's up to you on what you want to trade from, depending on if you're a risky trader or if you are a more conservative trader. There are different strategies. I want to say strategies, but some people won't understand strategy. So there's 8 different robots that you can choose. This is one of them that I've been utilizing. And let's just say, for instance, you were in here January 1st to today's date of February the 2nd, 2022, and you had started with an initial amount of $1,000, okay? Again, this is a robot trading for you, meaning there is nobody getting up today and saying, oh my God, is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? No, this is somebody with no emotion, robots, which again, when we ask Siri what day it is, Siri doesn't say, well, I'm having a bad day. Siri says today is Monday. You can take a look at that balance and really understand the power of artificial intelligence, okay? Minus fees, because you will have to pay this robot back. That is what your account would look like over a period of about a year, with you just having an initial deposit of $1,000. Now, as I said to you before, for me, this was like, I personally was losing my mind. Why? Because I put a lot of my investments into things that I possibly did not need. And I know that it's really hard to come across $1,000. However, in the day and age where we are, if you can find something that can get you better than this, I would love to hear you. I would love it. Why? Because this is scary. This was scary for me. Okay, this literally for me is something extremely scary. And I want to explain to you guys that you guys are the people that handle your account. There is no, moving a little bit faster. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Just come. Okay, so the benefits of this is you are sole custody, you hold sole custody of your account. Okay, you control your withdrawals and your deposit. What happens is every 3 to 4 months, when the robot makes profit, let's say the robot does not make profit, it just sits there and hold. Okay, that means there's no trading going on. Sometimes you'll notice that if you're buying and holding, you'll notice sometimes there's no movement versus sometimes there's a lot of crazy movement. With this robot, it's making you money whether it's going up or it's going down. However, if it does not make money or it's sitting there at a hold, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there for you. But if it makes money for a period of 3 months, what happens is they send you an email and they say, hey, it's time for you to pay 10 to 15% back to us as a profit share. That's what they do for you. And you're literally controlling whether you want to put more on that 1,000 or you're somebody that just wants to hold 1,000, but you do have to pay them back a certain percentage. Okay. You get control of historical and live trading. So you literally get to see exactly what's going on, the buying and the selling. Everything is transparent for you. Keep in mind, this is its own company. So they're going to be able to show you all of what they have once they're doing it. And also what you do receive is a lot of emails that tell you when they've made a move. Like when that robot's made a move, it tells you when it's buying, it tells you when it's selling, so that you can pretty much see that for yourself. Okay. And then of course, if you're somebody that wants to become a trader, I'm not a trader. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a trader. I'm somebody that knows how to get into the markets and get out of the markets. Okay, I'm not somebody that sits in front of 16 computers every single day. And I'm not going to go out there and say, oh, I'm making 10,000, 100,000. My goal when I first started this business was just to make an extra $100. Like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I just want to be able to live free, right? And that was what I was able to say, you know what? $50 a month is what I was making. And then I started making a goal for 100. Then I started making an extra 150. And long and behold, this is now something that I do on a regular basis. I don't do what everybody tells me to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to clock in like everybody else has to do. And it's not that I don't appreciate that, but it's just everybody wants to live free, right? So I'm not too sure if you guys are people that want to become traders. But at the same time, if you are somebody that wants to become a trader, there is something for you too. This is called the sequelizer. Here you learned in chart work how the traders go into these charts and stuff like that. There are pre-recorded videos for people that want to go back on the very first dates and stuff like that. But what I really want to get into and kind of show you guys right now is just a little bit about the crypto world and how these how it would look, how some of these alerts look. Because what happens is you get push notifications to your phone. Once you get educated, now you get push notifications to your phone, kind of showing you what to buy versus what to sell. And I want to show you a quick example of what that looks like. Just bear with me.
While you do that real quick, Steph, can we do a quick pause? If anybody has any questions or concerns, please, because this is a lot of information I see Regent smiling over there because I know he probably has something that he wants to share. This is Regent's world. If that's okay, Stephanie, I would love for people if they have any questions or concerns, because this is like the new wave. And go ahead, Regent, you unmuted yourself. Go ahead, Shay.
Okay. Basically, I just amazed by what she's saying as far as technology doing the work for you. That's very smart. And as you know, that's basically what we're doing as far as crypto. So now we talking about fiat money. Now with the cryptocurrency, you don't need paper money. It's electronic. You know what I mean? We're on the same page. I was amazed by what she was saying. You can just go ahead, continue.
I love it. And real quick, Stephanie, we have Yulene. Yulene is here with us tonight. I didn't even realize that was her this whole time. She looks like an Egyptian goddess or something in her picture. Yulene, sorry, can you introduce yourself real quick, my love? Because this is up her alley as well. Okay, I don't know if she can introduce herself, but Yulene is here with us live from the Treasure Coast from South Florida as well. And real quick, Steph has connections in Port St. Lucie, everybody. So for my Port St. Lucie people, we are gonna make that connection. She's all the way in Canada, but she has connections with our community, our Haitian community in the Treasure Coast, on the Treasure Coast in Port St. Lucie. So Robert Joseph is actually in that community, Stephanie, and so is Yulene. I don't think she was able to speak, but she'll be back. Just to let you know, Miami in the house, Regent is in the house, he's from Miami, and then we have Zoom user, aka Sabrina, who's also in Miami, and then we have our dual resident, Rosie, who's in both worlds as well. So I wanted to share that because there's a lot of activity going on with this whole crew, and I want Stephanie to share more about that with the whole crew and how they travel and meet in different communities. But go ahead, Stephanie, take it over, babe.
Okay, so what I want to show you guys is a little bit of how the manual trading would come out to you. And then I will show you a little bit of the live trading as well. So this here is a Telegram channel where they, of course, send you alerts to your phone direct. Here's an example of one of the trading channels, okay? I don't want any of you guys to get scared about what you see. Just understand that everything that you get here is education first, and then you get to understand how to make that money. You get to apply the education depending on what you want to do, okay? And I just want to show you an example of this channel's performance. Okay, so literally for January 2020, they made 3,780 movements. I call them movements, and whatever amount of money, let's say you had 10 cents per move. Multiply that 10 cents by 3,780. That's what you would have made. Let's say, for instance, you were using $1 for every move. Regardless of whatever amount of money you were making, this would be the amount, and you would multiply that by the moves that you were making. It's just like literally if you were to literally push something into a machine and say, okay, I'm using $5 and somebody else is using 10 cents. Whatever's happening is still happening, but you are pretty much moving at different amounts, okay? This is what the actual trading channel is providing you, and this is pretty much what it looks like. They give you alerts, and of course, it's whether you want to put in these alerts or not. Nothing's going on here, but if you look up a little bit more, they kind of actually tell you what is happening, what's going on, and I don't want you guys to get confused. I just want to go into really quickly the crypto section here. Give me 1 second. Should have had this already up. But for my crypto people, I love to tell people that there are 3 different ways in which you can make money when you're in the crypto space. A lot of people are so familiar right now with just buying from hearsay and saying, okay, I'm going to put $100 on this coin. Unfortunately, that's the most riskiest thing that you possibly can do, especially right now when Bitcoin's down. I want you guys to take note that, and if this is a nugget for you, take it home with you. As long as Bitcoin is down, every other coin will be down. Bitcoin is the main coin. Every other coin falls short when Bitcoin is up. Okay, so if you are somebody that's buying and holding and you're worried and you're pissed off and you're saying, oh my God, my whole entire mortgage is there, this is a situation that does unfortunately happen in the world of holding. Okay, they call it holding, and you're just buying and hoping. Okay, With respects to understanding and learning crypto first, as you've seen at the education here, you then receive alerts to kind of actually help you on when to buy. When they tell you to get in, you get in. I'll make it as easy as possible. And they give you actual little spots on when to get out when you want to make money. So if you want to get out when it's $10, you get out with your $10. If you want to go up more to $50 and get out when it's 50, you can take it out. If you want to make it up to 150, it all depends on what you have while they're going up and down. And it would be a lot more easier if somebody had taught us this in school, that you can make your decision on just holding or having somebody tell you when to buy or sell, with the fact that you're getting education on why they're even making this decision. Okay. That's for that. I also want to quickly show you guys something that I showed at AniYa yesterday. A real quick way in the foreign exchange world that a lot of people appreciate on how to make money when they can make it in 5 minutes. I don't know if I want to really have you guys watching it for 5 minutes, but I'm just going to quickly show you an example. Some of our traders, what they do is they provide us, this is called binary trading for those of you guys that don't know. If you've ever heard of binary trading, I like to break things down. Like, I'm a mommy, so I call it 5-minute trading.
Okay, so what is binary for those that have never heard of it for sure? Because a lot of these terminologies are so new for a lot of us, you know?
It's just the name that they've called it. It's binary. There's binary options, there's binary Forex trading. I just call it fast-paced trading. That's the best I can call it. I don't know why they say these certain names, and I think they do this just so that 97% of the world wouldn't understand. I don't know.
Right.
That part I can't get the education on that part. I want to be honest and frank with you. I don't know why they do certain words that come out of the, like, if you take a look at my screen right now, is my screen being shared? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
If you take a look above the word sell, it says put. And if you take a look above the word buy, it says call.
Right.
God, I don't know why you would name something put and call, just say sell and buy. Luckily, this website really actually shows you the sell and buy. There's certain websites that don't say anything. They just say put and call. So it's like put and call. I believe I don't know what sport there is that's a put, but let's stay on track here. The main focus is they have these certain names, and all what we do here is we can learn a different name. We can consider it a different name. One's going up, one's going down. What it is that you have a trader that's actually telling you, okay, whatever's in your account, and this is a demo account, thank God, because I don't want to spend my money. I'm actually going to show you what would happen here. So they would tell you, based on whatever's in your account, and this is through the company never wants you to be spending more than 10% of your account. If you want to go lower than 10%, that's beautiful. But remember, you control your own account. So you would have whatever's in your account. And for example, this is $1,100. We would do the minimum of 10%. Okay. If the trade goes up, remember, these traders are human. These ones are not robots. These are traders that tell you, one, they're telling you to look for a currency pair. So you would either go in based off of whatever they tell you. I'm just going to use for an example, GBP USD. Okay. They're going to say to you, get in this trade for 5 minutes. And what you would do is you would pull for the 5-minute mark. And they would say, whatever they want you to do, either they're going to tell you to sell or they're going to tell you to buy. I think it's a sell right now. I'm just looking at the market and I definitely see that it's going down. So I'm going to hit sell. Now, I want you to take a look at something here. Our trade amount was $100. Okay. I wanted it to, I hit sell when I actually did that. What I want is that this trade goes down below that $100 mark. And if it goes below this red mark, that will put me into profit. If it does not go below this red mark, that's actually going to put me at a loss. And a trader is giving you this information for 5 minutes, 24 hours a day. Colin is on my call. He actually is part of my organization. He can tell you 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're pretty much giving you that information based on how they see the markets fit. And again, it comes down to leverage. Okay. A lot of people don't understand these markets, and you're allowed to actually leverage the use of a trader to tell you exactly what to buy and what to sell. This thing better go down. But this is literally, I'm just giving you an example of what would happen for you. And normally once the 5 minute ends, whether the trade goes up or it does go down, if it does go up, obviously in this case, I'm gonna have a loss. But in a case where it does go down, I actually would be making the $100 initial amount and whatever is in my payback. And hopefully it definitely shows you guys that. But also that's literally manual trading still, okay? The other actual example was automated trading, but I want to also get into the NFT game here. And I hope I'm not confusing you. This is, as I said, a Netflix channel. We just watched channel 3. Now we're watching channel 4, 5, and 6. There's 4 different things that I'm actually showing you on ways that you can actually learn how to make money in whatever market you choose, okay? Before I actually go into the NFT world, I want to explain as easiest as possible what an NFT is. It's taking over the world right now, but of course, to understand it, you do definitely need to go to the basics of it. And I know you guys have in the US, I know a lot of people are from the US here. You guys have gaming places where they give little tokens. Name a gaming place that has a token place that they give you tokens, like when the kids.
Oh my God, the big cheese, the big rat.
There you go.
The big
rat.
rat.
Everybody on this call, on your call, could understand it because
Chuck E. Cheese. Thank you.
Oh, you have the Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, so it's okay. Global Chuck E. Cheese. There we go. Everybody knows Chuck E. Cheese. All right, cool.
Yes.
So when we win, we used to get a little token. I don't want you to ever take away from that token. Okay, it's just a token. But on the back of that token would be a number. Now, let's say, for instance, we trade that token and we take that token and we paste it on this makeup piece. This is Fenty, but it's not, there's thousands of Fenties out there, okay? I would hope that Rihanna has the most original Fenty. I'm just using a makeup thing because that's what I've seen right now. But keep in mind, this could be artwork, which a lot of people are seeing. This could be anything. So she has the original, but there's thousands of them out there, okay? In this world that we live in, and before we even talk about Fenty, if you guys can name something, and I'll give you guys the floor to speak, that you know that we've ever been able to own on the website, I want you to name it out or unmute yourself and tell me what you've ever been able to actually own on the internet. Besides just a website. Like if you buy a website, you could literally, I took it away. You should have answered a little bit faster there, girl. We've only been able to ever own a website. That's the only thing that we've been able to own. Why? Because we don't have rights to anything. If we have music, it's going on YouTube. If YouTube doesn't like what we're writing, they're taking it down.
Yeah.
If we put up a picture on Instagram and they don't like it and it's too explicit, they take it down. We don't own the rights to these websites. We don't own the rights to Apple Music. We don't own the rights to, let's say, the real estate company that puts up that house. That we don't own the rights to it. We can just put our picture of our house on it. Okay, we've never owned the rights to this. Now, in this day and age, with what's called technology, we have the ability to now have the ownership of putting a user number on here. And this is now I'm the owner of this original. However, I have to go through a process in order for me to become the original owner. And it's not going to definitely be easy. Keep in mind that we're in a technology space because we have what's called blockchain. Okay. So what blockchain is I just wanted to see if this won or lost for you guys here. Oh, we did a win. Here, guys. And it shows you a payback. So you can see it actually went down for 5 minutes. And right there, it was 175. And now the total balance actually moves for you. And when that moves for you and wins for you, that's in your bank account.
Do you see that? She just made like what, $200 in 5 minutes? $275
in 5 minutes.
200.
Remember, I just did that off of just a demo trade. I am not a trader, but I can read the markets. I'm looking at the way the chart looks and I know how to read the chart. As I said to you, I know how to get in and get out. However, that's exactly how this works. And that's one of the trades that this is one of the examples of an actual trade that the alert that would be sent to you from our traders. Okay, going back to the NFTs though. Hope I'm confusing you. So now, again, there's what we have is a blockchain. Okay, and blockchain is a series of different computers that says, okay, we've stamped her little actual makeup kit here with that little coin. So now she has a little serial number. It's now digital. It's a digital asset. She's the only owner. There's no such thing as you can screenshot it. Nothing. There's no such thing. Why? Because with that one computer, there's millions of other computers that can see that. If you go online right now and you try to act like you own this, it's going to show Stephanie Winter owns that. Unfortunately, no. Okay. So think about it like this. If this was music, and there are R&B artists right now, there are rap artists right now that are using their music and saying, when you listen to my music, instead of you having to listen to an Apple, Spotify, if you listen to my music right now, I can give you whatever I want to. I can sell you my music. You can buy my music at whatever price. And now you will be the owner, whether it be real estate. If a real estate agent right now is saying to themselves, okay, this is your house. If you're the only owner of this house, if somebody wants to buy, you will get the royalties of that house. This is what the NFT space is doing right now. And it's creating a space called the metaverse. Okay. And the metaverse is literally going to be the home of all of that creation, of all of what's going on. All of these people that are now buying pieces of digital art, majority of these digital art have a community behind them. Whether the community is trying to build a game, whether the community is trying to build a new strip club, I don't know, whether the new company is saying, you know what, my community, if you buy from me, we'll take you on trips to Hollywood, we'll make you meet this celebrity. You are literally now buying into people that actually own certain items that have a community, a good enough community, so that you can buy from them. And now you're part of that community and you can do things that you would never be. You could be here today and be with Donald Trump tomorrow if you buy the right NFT. Don't quote me on that. I'm just talking to you.
Can we not use it? We need to use another example.
I shouldn't have used that. I don't know how that name came in. Stephanie, I don't even know how that came out of my mouth.
Fake
but
news.
Let's
We forgive you.
like, it's just to say, but you know what? It could be there to slap his face in. It could be one of those. And then whatever happens, but regardless, it could be, and I don't want to even talk about that, man, but you could be put in a certain spot where a whole bunch of celebrities are. Just by you buying a piece of art that maybe would have cost you $200, $100, you held on to it. Somebody then wanted to buy it from you for, let's say, $10,000, because the community that you're in is so worthwhile that they're like, no, that piece of art is not now worth $100 anymore. It's worth 10,000. Somebody's going to buy that from you from 10,000 once they see the community and the way the community runs. So here's an example right now, guys, of the top communities that are going on right now. And this is the new, as I've mentioned, the new eBay. Okay, so a lot of these NFTs literally are on this new site. If you're a legitimate NFT company, literally you have the ability to be on a site like this. And I just want to show you an example. One of the most amazing ones that's doing very well right now is called the Bored Ape Club. And remember what I talked about in the community. However, what I want to show you is the simple fact that this, and it's very confusing, all of these numbers, but this actual background of this NFT, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, is a collection of different apes, ugly faces, all different kind of apes, but they have a community where if you were able to purchase one of these, you're able to go on trips, you're able to go on yachts once you're in that part of the community. And when it first originally came out, it was out at a certain small price of, let's say, I want to say $150. Now the floor price to buy one of these, if you had bought it at $150, you could literally sell this right now. I need a calculator right here quick. I'm even scared to even say that 99.8 times 4,000 for you to buy one of these right now. we're in a six-figure mark right now. It's $399,000 to buy one of these. And originally it started at $150. Why it went to that price is mainly the community and what the community has to offer. A lot of your celebrities, rappers, I want to say actors, a lot of these people have now bought into this, and this price has gone sky high. Okay. Luckily for you guys, there are different websites where you can actually get in very early. However, there is a lot of things that you got to understand about this. It's that you're getting in early, but you, one, have to make sure that you're going in there for a very good community. The community has a lot of background detail. Again, you want to also make sure that the person that's creating it gives you a lot of information about themselves. You don't want to be buying from anybody. You want to make sure that there's enough, I want to say, of a collection. So if they're offering like 5,000 of a collection, that's kind of small. 8,000 is pretty decent, but there are techniques in where you would have to actually first, when you see something that you like, you're going to have to know how to actually know that price. And I'll go back to just showing you a little bit of the price here. I don't know why I never showed you that in a second. Once you, let's say we were going to go buy this is just a baby Ips. I'm going to show you a different one in a second. But after you learning the price of it, here we go right here. This is the price of that actual ugly face. Okay. If let's say we were going to go in and we were going to buy something at a smaller price, I think 0.08. I don't remember how much that is in total, but I'm going to give you the price of this actual Eyes of Fashion NFT. 0.08 times. So this right now is sitting at $320 for you to own one of these. However, that's okay. 320 is not too bad if it's not going to kill your pocket, but you need to do some actual work on finding out what this company does. Okay. What you then would be doing is you would be going into their website. First of all, I'm going to tell you that I'm not an expert on this, but based on what I've been taught is there should at least be, first off, at least about 8,000 to about 10,000 items that are being actually sold. This is telling you that yesterday they actually had their mint, which what a mint is when you were able to buy it at the cheapest price possible. Okay. That would be $300 today. Let's say this is such a great community. I'm going to try to see we're going to see what the price is at right now, but yeah, we can definitely see. But what you would definitely do is just want to take a look at what their mission is, why you would invest in them. Why would you even buy? And one thing is you better like the artwork. If it's artwork looking at, make sure that you like it, not just buying it, because again, that's where people lose money. Okay. I like this one that I picked right here. She's an artist. She's showing you her face. A lot of these people are putting up avatars from their face. I don't know what your background is. This is an amazing one right now. For $320, I would definitely want to know a little bit more about her. You know what I mean? I'm reading captivating website right now that tells me that she does what she's doing. There are things that you have to also look out for. In the NFT world, they find rare items. Okay, you could have 10,000 of these, but maybe about 300 of them are going to have some rare features. And if you're able to spend $300 when everybody's buying it at the same time, they randomly throw out whichever one they want to give you. And if you're lucky, you have a rare one, oh, best believe when you're about to sell that, you can sell it for a lot of money if the community is doing well. Okay. So that's where you're going to go into the Discord. This is what I talked about, Discord. I'm not going to, yeah, maybe I should go into her Discord right now. This is where you're going to go into their community. And then also too, what you do need to do, and this is why they say not a lot of people are going to make money with NFTs, because not a lot of people want to learn this stuff. People don't have time for this. It's only for the ones that really want to understand. When you go at what a Discord is I'm going to say a chat group. And this will determine how many people are hyping this. This determines how much people are in there talking about it. If there's 10,000 people in there, I love to see 10,000, because the day that the mint happens, the day that they go and they sell for a cheap price, it's going to be a war to see who can click first for that $300. Because remember, there's only about 8,000, or there's only 10,000, but there's 20,000 people in the chat. So I like to see when there's a lot of people in these discords, which is what they're called. You have to get verified. You guys still see my screen here? It's a blank screen. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit because it does go a little bit slow on the Discord. Oh God, I hope it doesn't mess up my screen here. But just talking about the Discord again, what happens is you're seeing a community of people that are actually interested in buying this. You get information on what kind of little contests, because sometimes the makers of these NFTs, they will give away free NFTs to you if you're able to invite, let's say, 25 people. There's so many different things and ways that they give you to actually buy their NFT, because they want you to buy into them. They want you to hype up the community, because what if you hype up the community, what happens is your $300 can turn into what I just showed you at Baby Ape, because that's what happened here. That's what happened. Rappers started to buy this. All these people started to buy it, but the community was doing so well, and you will start to see which ones are doing well with, oh, come on, don't do that to me. Gotta stop sharing for a second. I don't know what's going on.
Steph, you're freezing up,
guys.
Freezing up, Steph.
Yeah, it's doing some craziness right now.
Real quick, while you do that, we have a few more people that have joined us. If that's okay, I would love for them to introduce themselves. Yulene, she is somebody that I highly respect and love, and I know she knows a lot of ways to make good money and do the different things that we talk about here on Team ECI. Sister Yulene, are you available to share who you are now a little bit? You could unmute yourself. Oh, Ms. Ami. Maybe not, maybe not. iPad, are you available to share who you are, please? And we just had Sampreneur on, but I don't know what happened to Sampreneur. This is so much information. I hope everybody's able to digest this, because it's the new wave. It's the new wave. If anybody has any questions or concerns, you all better ask now. We have somebody here with us who really knows this. And then don't forget, you're able to join this team as well. As she's looking for this information, don't forget, you're able to join this. There's actually a website that everybody needs to go on and check out. Should I share that information? The iGenius website, Steph?
Oh yeah, you definitely can. Yes, you can.
Okay, 1 second while you're working on that, because this is so much. If you guys want to unmute yourself or raise your hand and ask any questions, now is the time, honey, because this is, whew, it's a lot. It's a lot, but this is a new world we live in. And the reason why we don't have as much as other communities is because we're not being introduced and we're not being educated, but we have our sister here that's a professional. And Colin is a professional at this as well, right, Stephanie?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you talk a bit, maybe not now, but about the Atrium currency? And I know is that a currency that's specific to NFT or just crypto in general? And how does it trade with like dollars or more popular currencies?
What is the coin called?
I think it was the Atrium, that the ETH, right? That's the
Oh, Ethereum.
Oh,
that's okay. That's okay. I just didn't know.
Good question.
Ethereum. Okay.
A very good question. Honestly, that's an absolutely very good question. So very good question with respects to NFTs. Okay, so there's Bitcoin, okay? And I'm gonna break it down as easiest as my mentor did to me to understand Ethereum. Ethereum, for those of you guys that know Microsoft is a platform that a lot of apps had to jump on in order for them to become a computer app, if that makes sense to you. So when Microsoft came in, Microsoft was their platform. And if you didn't have Microsoft to start off with, you couldn't you couldn't get on a computer. You couldn't get on a Dell because you needed that platform in order for you to exist back in the computer desktop world. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So now in the space of cryptocurrency, the Ethereum blockchain is just like the Microsoft platform. It is a blockchain that a lot of the other cryptocurrencies have no choice but to utilize that platform in order for them to become something in the world. Every single altcoin has, well, not every single altcoin, I shouldn't say that, is using, majority of the coins that are out there use Ethereum's blockchain in order for them to be anything, okay? So Ethereum is like the second in command after Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the highest amount of digital currency right now. And then the second in command is Ethereum. Now, in order for you to trade NFTs, okay, a lot of the NFT space is equipped to using Ethereum. That meaning you would have to transfer, whether it be your funds from any wallet to Ethereum, and then you would actually have to create what's called a MetaMask wallet in order for you to start trading. But you have to change, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Solana, some of these coins you can use on open space, but particularly if you are using Ethereum, that is what is used to purchase a lot of your NFTs. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And then, sorry, I want to go back to, again, the Discord really quickly. Literally, guys, you're in chats, and you're literally in chats just doing whatever is going on in the chat. Like, it's a lot of talking and a lot of, but remember that all of these people, and this is just different places that I've been in, I'm in different chats. A lot of these people are helping you to understand what's going to be the next best cryptocurrency, next best NFT. What you also have to do as groundwork is jump on Twitter. If you're not a Twitter person, then it may not work for you. Why? Because Twitter tells you a lot of information. And then you got to watch out for scams, guys. With everybody that learns something new, you always have scammers that try to, let's say, create their own NFT, and they will duplicate somebody else's NFT. And this is why you got to watch for something. If you're buying a pair of jeans, you buy it because it's size 25, it's blue, you like it, it's boot cut. Same thing in the NFT world. You're looking at the community. It's, first of all, you like the artwork, you like the community that it's in. You check the you've checked the Discord, you've checked Twitter to make sure that there's enough people that are liking this stuff on Twitter. Because if you go to Twitter and you see only 3 people liking on that Twitter, but there's 10,000 people in the Discord, that doesn't match. Anybody that's going to be on the Discord is going to be on the Twitter, but a scammer will be able to scam a lot of people by a lot of people not understanding that there should be 10,000 little clicks on Twitter. If there's a lot of people talking in this Discord, it should kind of match up, if that makes sense to you guys. And then once you do that, you can say, okay, well, this NFT I'm going to buy at $300. Close your eyes. And that what happens is it has its public sale. And when the public sale happens, because you just bought in when it was at the minting time, which is the pre-sale time, the time when it's cheap, when it goes out to the public, it's the public, depending on if they want to get into that community. Remember, there was 20,000, there was only 10,000 of these little animals or whatever you're buying, but there's 30,000 people that want it. So now it's gone public. It's not that high a price. Maybe it's gone to 500. All these people start buying it. You know what that does for your price? It turns for you now and say, well, I'm not giving this to you for $300. You want, there's only 10,000 of it. Here, you can buy it at 30,000. And that person will end up buying it to you. Let's say 30,000, 10,000. It's making 20-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. This thing is making kids millions of dollars right now because they understand technology. They understand that you have to do a little bit of talking. They understand the game of flipping. They understand that if the community is big, the community is going to want to buy more because there was only a limited few, and you got the limited few because you clicked fast. And they're looking at it like, well, we want it from you. How much are you going to buy it for? How much are you going to sell it to us from? And some of these things are being sold back to people at 20,000. I keep saying it because it's just in awe. But it comes down to You cannot just be in this NFT space using your life savings. No, you should not be doing that. You need education. Okay, everything comes down to education. I personally did not know about the NFT space until about last month, based on iGenius coming into they actually hired an NFT trader because of the fact that there was so much going on. And this NFT trader, as my beautiful friend there mentioned, was able to have a boot camp, and then they allowed us to share it with the public. And based on that is why I'm able to say and show you guys exactly how this space makes so much sense for people to understand that if you just get the education, you can make a small purchase, you can turn around and resell it to somebody back in the world. And now if you do resell it, you want to resell it. If you don't, you can just watch your profit grow and sit there and just withdraw. It's up to you on what you want to do. And that's pretty much it for the NFT space. Like, I would get into more depth, but again, that's education wise. That's it. Does anybody have any questions for me?
I want to be rich. How do I get rich overnight? Hello.
Unfortunately, you know what? I'll tell you this: being rich is it's not cool, because you can be rich today and poor tomorrow. What you want to be is, you want to be wealthy and comfortable. You want to be wealthy and comfortable. You want to be able to say, you know what? I'm flying today, I'm flying tomorrow. That investment sitting, that investment sitting, that investment sitting, that investment's doing its 24 hours, that one's doing 48 hours, that one's doing a lifetime, while you're able to just chill. It's rich today and broke tomorrow. That's like the lottery right there, man.
You're right.
But I get you.
No, because you really, like, tonight has been so educational in the sense of learning the different things that are happening out there that, again, we sometimes don't have information for. So I'm excited about the future. I dropped in the link, guys, in the chat, the video to watch for even more information. I'm actually a part of the team, so I'm gonna help build as much as possible with my sister Stephanie, because this is the new wave. I think you, Rosie, did you have your hand up, beautiful? Did you have, okay, no, okay. She's so funny. She clapped. Yes, she clapped. This is the new wave. For those that are watching on Instagram and Facebook, thank you for tuning in and watching. What we're discussing again is the new world that we're in. New world order. Hello. They've been talking about these things for so many years, and it's here. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about NFTs. We're speaking about, like, literally getting the education, the knowledge, so that we can become wealthier. Then Stephanie said we could be rich today and poor tomorrow. We don't want to do that. We want to be wealthy so we can leave a legacy. And that's why it's so important to learn all these things, because yes, it's true. There are young people that are multimillionaires off of these things right now. Why can't we do it? Why can we not put our heads together, learn the gamut that's happening, and proceed? Another thing that's happening, which we might have to have a whole expose on, is like TikTok and YouTube and things like that, because these people are doing a lot of things all around us. They're running circles around us, and a lot of us don't have the information. So we might have to do a whole expose on, like, that whole TikTok thing, because all of these things go hand in hand. And, you know, a young lady that I met years ago, you know, she is a fashion designer from Africa, and she sold me this beautiful garment, you know, and she had all her items in the trunk of her car. And, you know, whenever she meets somebody and they were interested in something she had, she's like, girl, give me 1 minute. And she'll bring out a whole, like, suitcase of everything, right, that she had. And I love that idea, like, just traveling with your stuff. And she said to me something so amazing, and it made me think, and that was like at least 5 years ago. She was like, I have to work so hard, you know, to sell my items, to make money, to do what I love. But these young people and these people around us, they literally are selling air, AniYa, and they're getting rich. And when you think about it, what the hell is an NFT? What the hell is a Bitcoin? All of this is coming out of the air, and people are making millions off of it. And it's like, when she said that, I was like, yo, she has a point. And that was 5 years ago. So I wonder what she's saying and what her African mother is saying today. Like, oh my God. But anyway, go ahead. I see Rosie's hand is up now, right, Rosie? You were clapping before, but you are up now. Go ahead, beautiful.
I just want to add that cryptocurrency is a form of economic sovereignty. It's to economic sovereignty. This paper money ties us up to being a slave wage earner. So when we began to start bringing cryptocurrency into our community, we take charge of our individual life and we take charge of the economy of our community. So I've been promoting that for a while with my son and then some of my colleagues. So I'm right there where you guys at. And I recommend you watch Kaiser Report. He is an expert. By the way, El Salvador declared Bitcoin its national currency. And now there's a war between IMF and El Salvador.
Wow. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie. We're adding you to the group with your permission. You have to be a part of our WhatsApp chat. She knows all of this stuff, and that's amazing. El Salvador is using it as its national currency. Holy crap. Do you know how much farther they are than us? And what I want people to understand is the United States is no longer the superpower, by the way, but that's another story.
They're building a smart city with cryptocurrency. So log in and watch it, because we're gonna take Haiti into a different route at some point, but we just gotta bring our resources together and understand how to go about it. Intellectual capacity.
Thank you. And that's why tonight is especially important, because we have people from different communities working towards the same goal. And I mean, to know that you know this information, Rosie. And here's the thing, everybody always says the United States or Americans are so smart, are so this or so that. There are many places that are much more advanced than us, by 1,000-fold. How I had no clue that El Salvador was doing this. Matter of fact, I love pupusas. That's the only thing I really know about El Salvador. It might be another country, but whatever. I love me some pupusas with the ensalada. Praise the Lord. Eso, baby. But anyway, I'm going to look more into that. Rosie, please drop more information in the message if you can. And then I'm going to also, and then add you to, would you like to be a part? I don't want to invade your space. Would you like to be a part of our WhatsApp group, please? There's about 40 of us there. Perfect. I'm adding you now, Rosie. Which number? Text me. It doesn't matter. Perfecto. I see Mr. Lejean is, his hand is, or no, he unmuted himself. Go ahead, Mr. Lejean.
I was amazed by what Rosie was saying about El Salvador. So I'm hoping that Haiti will be the next country with cryptocurrency. We will have cryptocurrency as our central bank in Haiti. So we're working very hard toward that. So this is the wave, we're not going backwards, we're going forward. Crypto is the future. I just want to emphasize that.
Thank you, Arjun. Thank you. And just to let everybody know, recently in New York City, the mayor, our new mayor, Mayor Adams, for those that are in New York, you may know this, he literally is deciding to get all his paychecks in Bitcoin, either in Bitcoin or another facet of cryptocurrency. I mean, I was like, if that's not telling us something, I don't know what is, because I couldn't believe it. He's getting his paychecks. His name is Eric Adams. He's our new mayor. And that's pretty bold of him, because it's not even like a whole thing, but because he's in power and position, you best believe that's the new thing that's going to happen, where many more people. And then one thing I wanted to get clarified, because I own, whatever bits and pieces of Bitcoin. There's no way I can spend 35,000 on nothing, but whatever. I got in and bought some, stuff when it comes to Bitcoin. For us that don't know, Steph, so you're saying that we can't convert cash to Bitcoin, or what exactly does that look like? Or we can't use them at the same time, or is it just?
No, okay, so with respect to fiat currency is one thing and Bitcoin is another thing, right? Fiat currency, the thing with fiat currency, it's owned by our central banks. And our central banks pretty much, they print money every single day. So whether a dollar used to be a dollar, it's never going to be a dollar again, because they have the ability to now. The cost of the cost of living is pretty much the reason why we have inflation and stuff like that. But the banks control the fluctuation of money.
Yeah.
So when Bitcoin was created, it was created with the background of never having to deal with the banks. It was literally like my friend said in the beginning, the fact that the taxis were here to take out Uber, and I always say the hotel industry was taken out by Airbnb. Just to add to that, your phone and technology and education is supposed to take out the banks. The bank is literally a business, and literally when Bitcoin was created, it was created with the intent to manipulate the banking system so that you did not need that third party. And what the blockchain is, to break it down for you, is literally working like your mutual fund manager or your tellers that you have. That's what the blockchain is. It is a ledger that says, well, this transaction happened with this person, and this transaction is received, and this transaction was deposited. And as long as these can match with over 100 different computers, this literally happens, and everybody can see the transaction. Not just one computer sees it, everybody sees it, just like in a banking system. And then within minutes, it's approved so that the Bitcoin transaction happens. And that's when you see how fast people will say, oh my God, you got your Bitcoin so quick, because all of those computers agreed and said, yep, this is a proper transaction. And this is why it's so hard to manipulate it, because they have created such a mastermind of a product that we don't need to have a bank tell us that, oh, we need fees to send money here to there. No, we can send this blockchain, and we can send our transactions to each other, and I can have a certain amount of money. And to answer what you said is, I would now take my regular fiat money and I would put it digitally. I have to get that fiat paper digital. Regardless what, your digital, it has to go on your, you guys have, what is it that you guys have Gemini, you guys have Cash App. It has to go from Cash App to a Gemini. And then once it's now digitalized, because now it's digitalized, you can then transfer it into Bitcoin. And when it becomes Bitcoin, now it's worth a different amount of money. Okay, unfortunately now it's $100 for you guys, maybe a little bit lower, maybe about a couple of cents lower when it goes to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin and the US dollar are very close in price wise. They owe about the same thing, but literally this is going to keep going down. Well, this doesn't, no central bank could tell it what to do. It's going to keep going up whatever it wants to, right? Just to make it easy for you guys to understand. And now that when you're able to trade, all these computers see what's going on, transaction good, okay, AniYa has whatever money I needed to send her. I can send $10,000. In the world that we live in right now, if I go to any bank, whether it be the US, China, and I say I need $10,000, oh, you got to wait 5 days. Wait 5 days for what? I gave you the 10,000, it's mine.
Yeah.
But in the world we live in right now, I can send 10,000 and she gets it in 2 minutes. If all of these guys say yes, the transaction happened, 2 seconds, it's over there. Why do I need you? Why don't you just turn into Burger Kings and McDonald's and just sit there?
Thank you for the breakdown.
What do we need you for?
Like, I love it.
They say the mutual fund manager doesn't even know that he can do that in the markets, because his employer didn't teach him that part. His employer only teaches him up to here. So he's like, yeah, my product is the best thing, because he gets a certain cut and doesn't understand that part. Or maybe he's learning it now and saying, I'm never going to tell my client because this is why I'm in the middleman. No, we don't need you anymore. We need people to educate themselves and understand that this is never going to stop. I don't care if you don't want to learn about it right now. This is the world. This is where we are right now. It's never going to turn around. It's never going to disappear. This paper is going to be on the streets of New York, Brooklyn. It's going to be like trash on the floor in maybe a couple of years. I'll tell you that right now, because the metaverse is taking over. It is what it is.
But wait, sorry, Rosie, I know you have a question. But wait, isn't the metaverse owned by Facebook, like Mark Zuckerberg?
Absolutely. I want to say it's owned. He created it, but there's a lot of big companies that are taking real estate involved in there. So they're going to start owning we are going to start buying. If we don't think logically, we're going to have to start again buying from the owners of these people instead of owning our own real estate. We can go in there and say, hey, I want a piece of Nike right now. So every time people start buying in that Nike and they start buying it, those NFTs, we own a piece.
Oh yeah.
This is why you gotta learn how.
We gotta do a part 2.
This is why you gotta learn how to get involved. You gotta own NFTs for Nike. You gotta own NFTs for Adidas, because they're in the metaverse right now. They're in there saying, you guys want to own a piece of me? You can own me. 97% of the world doesn't know. When we know, you know what those prices are gonna look like? They're gonna say, no, I'm just buying my shoes. Forget it, I'll just buy my shoes. No. Now is the time where the playing field leveled, where if you have $100, you don't need to buy that shoes. You need to figure out how to buy an NFT so you own something in that metaverse. Fortunately, this is a situation where my mom, back in 1995, it's a situation where she turned and said, I don't want to learn about email and right there. I just want to do the mail thing. I don't care about them. I don't care about that. I don't care about the internet. That's how she talked. Today's date, she's like, oh, can you check your email? This person is trying to send me something. Should I send money to them? She still doesn't even understand when scams are coming through. Oh, should I take this survey? So now you're going to do a secondary hit because she's not going to definitely want to learn about the metaverse. So I just say, if you're 25 plus, you better figure out if you want to be in the wave, or do you want to be that internet person that lost out in 1995 and still trying to still scroll when your 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds are doing this right now, because they're getting in that metaverse quick. This is what's happening right now. These are why the kids are, your 2-year-olds are like, and they're on their Androids. When it's time, they're not going to grade school anymore. They're sitting on the metaverse, going to school in the metaverse. The world has changed. Ladies and gentlemen. It's changed. It has changed. It's not coming. It's here. It's here. It's here. You got to make your decision on if you want to be. As I said, my mom, I love her, but remember what I said in the beginning of my presentation, we can't make the same decisions with the same way of thinking. She's still thinking that we can use the mail. We can't do that anymore. We're past mail. We're gone email. And now we're gone to the metaverse. We're gone digital holographs. We're going to be holographs. I could be in Brooklyn right now in a holograph at Naya's house, sitting down, chilling, putting on glasses, and we're in a meeting, not on this, in front of each other in a holographic.
Oh, that is happening. The robots are already here. Oh, listen. Oh, we got so much to do. Let's take a couple of questions. I saw Rosie's hand up first, and we saw Colin's hand up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and joining us. This is serious.
I was going to provide some additional information. One is the cryptocurrency, and the blockchain technology is a peer-to-peer transaction. So it's a decentralization to push out the central banks that are actually causing all of this fluctuation in the economy and in the market. But if you look at the recent state of the cryptocurrency world, you see that there's a lot of fluctuation because the government is fighting with these companies that open crypto because the government wants to take over. They think that they can actually centralize. You can't centralize technology. Technology, what's going to free us from colonialism, is going to free us from oppression, is going to free us from, having to be stuck in a slave wage. And this is what they don't want, because all these central banks, they have to have their reserves in dollars. So it means that they always have to take money out of the economy to put in the reserve. So that's why there's always this tug of war between government and then the people. And then second, blockchain technology is a secured platform where you can't manipulate it. Once the transaction is done, you can't break the link anymore. And then you have another, which is smart contract. Smart contract is what many nations are going to use in order to secure their minerals, so that ministers or head of state or whomever, a corrupt leader can't just take their minerals and sell it to the market, and then the people get nothing from it. So there's a tug of war going on between governments and the crypto world, and the crypto world is gonna win One of the reasons is because we live in a capitalist system and we live in a free market system. If we live in a free market system, then you have to let the market rule the economy. So if now all of a sudden you're like, oh, no, we want to regulate this market. No, you've been regulating every single aspect of the market for the past 30 years. So now all of a sudden you cannot just want to regulate this one that is going to free us from being under from being your little slave.
Rosie,
Your little slave. So that's
I
where
love
we're
it.
at right now in the crypto world. And the other thing I wanted to say, you know, this started in Africa more than 20 years ago when M-Pesa came out, because a lot of countries in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa and in the rural provinces, people didn't have transfer agents, right? They didn't have these transfer houses that they can go and collect money. So this young man out of Nigeria wrote this program where they could send the money directly into their phone. So we should look into that, M-Pesa. And, you know, since then, I've been looking into doing the same thing in Haiti, but we keep getting blocked because the central bank is not free to make decisions about, you know, the economy, you know, what we call money policies, monetary policies.
Well, it's time for a change, and Rosie got the.
So it's peer-to-peer. You know, you have a platform, the Providence, and then there's the trust involved, and you know, because we know that we can stimulate the program. Once we complete the transaction, that's it. You can't go back. And then you have decentralization where the government can't, or the banks can't manipulate or collect any fees from your transaction. So now we're saving ourselves money. So all that money we'll be giving to the banks, we'll be keeping that for ourselves. Anyway, that's what I want to contribute.
Rosie, I just added you to Team ECI.
I appreciate her right now. I
know.
Appreciate you, Rosie.
She knows.
All that middleman money stays in our pocket. I'm tired of being ripped off.
Literally.
You guys are tired of it. She understands, and I felt every bit of what she just said. Absolutely.
And I just wanted to jump in and share that we just got word that the Bahamas is also on that wavelength as well. So thank you, Sabrina. In regards to El Salvador and the Bitcoining, the Bahamas is on that tip as well. So that makes me feel good. Colin had his hand up. Thank you, Rosie. Wow. And Rosie, please add that information in regards to the Nigerian young man and anything else you shared in our WhatsApp group. You were just added to Team ECI. Colin, you had your hand up. Are you able to speak?
Yes. Basically, Rosie summed it all up there. But in regards to, just touching base again, in regards to the laws that the governments have set in place, they're so ancient, and where she was in just touching base on what she was talking about the reserves and the laws they set place in regards to having that money where they used to have, like in the Federal Reserve. A lot of these countries are broke. I'm not sure over there in the States what the American deficit is like, but all these countries are just running off credit, and the rate at which cryptocurrency has now come into the game, the government just can't keep up with how fast it's growing, how much people are investing with it, and what they're actually doing with it, with this cryptocurrency. That was one of the things that I wanted to touch base on. With the youth, again, they're catching on to it so quickly. Again, quick example, the 12-year-old kid that came up with the weird whales sold his collection for $400,000. Where, touching base, AniYa, where you were saying how to get to these numbers before, we're thinking it usually takes working hours to get there, and we always put it down to our time, and that's not the case at all. And the youth of today, and just how the times are, it's the whole world is going digital.
You see how depressing
and even
I am?
just
Sorry, Colin, do you see my face? 12-year-old, $400,000. AniYa A is depressed. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, 400,000.
And you said weird whale, so it's
yeah. You could look that up. You could Google that.
He created a
collection.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he created a collection himself. And let me describe what these are. This is not any elaborate art like the Bored Apes.
It's not like
Picture it.
Picasso or nothing, huh? It's, oh my God.
It was pixelated. So like picture like
pixelated.
early Nintendo Super Mario Brothers.
Like in the little box thing that you have to plug
Yes,
in.
yes.
Like Lego
Yes.
pieces.
I'm done. I'm gonna throw away the whole night. What the? I don't even
Yeah,
want to
he
Google it yet.
He created digital art like that, and it's, you know, that those things make me cry.
And it's because
if I create some art, y'all gonna buy it? Because I'm about to create something. Y'all better support this Negro. What the hell is
And you know what? If you can find somebody, and I don't want you to go middleman, if you can find somebody that knows how to do what do you call that work? Calling to create those stuff. I'm not good with computer stuff, but you could create your own NFT. And if you, AniYa, you have a very good organization that would support your NFT. And if they support it to a point where the world sees it as it's something that's beneficial in the community, what you have behind it would be ECI. You don't know what you're destined to see versus you just buying and flipping and buying and flipping. It's just two different ways of doing it. You know what I mean? But that's amazing. The fact that you have that young of a kid, but continue speaking, Colin. I didn't want to stop you. Keep going.
I need a drink. At this point, I don't even want to tell y'all. Hey, $400 for Weird Wheels off of the PlayStation, not even a PlayStation, Nintendo from 1985 type stuff. What the hell is going on here?
Yes, literally. And literally the whole world is going digital. So think of it like they're making a whole new world online. That's how you have to literally take it as.
Yes.
To where now if you buy a pair of shoes, if you buy a pair of Nikes now, they'll now sell you an NFT with it. Now your actual avatar in the metaverse can now wear those exact same shoes in the metaverse as well. So if
I'm
it's
gonna
the
go
new
to
Jordans
Nike tomorrow. I'm going to Nike tomorrow. Somebody, okay, I'm gonna call you, Colin. You got your number is here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to Nike to see what the hell you're talking about because this is too much now. You mean
it's really crazy?
It comes with the shoe for free, like it comes together, and then you.
I'm not sure if it's for. I believe it. I'm not sure if it's only for exclusive shoes, but a friend of mine.
No. You'll get an NFT with. Well, yeah, that's true. It's mostly exclusive, but I can imagine that when it gets bigger, Colin, they're gonna give an NFT with every shoe sold, so that especially, yeah, at some point. But in the beginning, I can understand that they're gonna only give exclusive shoes so that you can make money off of it. But at some point, every shoe will have that capability.
Okay,
you want to be able to.
And somebody better walk me through this tomorrow. I'm gonna call one of y'all or both of y'all on the three.
But let I tell you, the metaverse has already started. So Nike will be like your Apples and your Googles and your Amazon. Like it'll be very pricey right now because some of us are missing the wave, including myself right now, because I'm pissed off about Adidas and all of that. The prices that some of these things are right now is insane. It's just insane. Like for those of you guys that know Tory Lanez was selling music for about $1 the other day. And when he flipped that so that every person that basically bought his music was sitting at, I think, about 20K. He was selling it for 20K after the fact. And people had the ability to, once he sold it at a 20K, everybody else that bought it could have sold it at that price too. It's like just insane stuff are happening. And the NFT world is in its infancy stage right now. That's what's the most craziest thing, that it's in its infancy stage. It's like when we said Bitcoin was $5, because I always tell that story. When Bitcoin was $5, I didn't care to hear about Bitcoin. I didn't care about hearing about it. But if you had held $5 of Bitcoin back in 2005, I'll be honest, guys, we probably wouldn't be on this call right now. Could we?
Absolutely not.
Some serious crazy million,
we'd be on jets.
Right?
We'd be on some crazy jets now, living our best lives, sexy as hell. Oh, Father, we have another hand up. Rajan, my head hurts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, by the way, we're gonna try to shut down by 9 o'clock tonight, guys. Not because my head hurts. I'm just joking about that, but we've been on here for quite some time. And this conversation could take us into tomorrow morning because this is all information we're gathering. Rajan, your hand up. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm very excited about it. everybody the way what they saying about the crypto. And this is what we're about to do with our own BitGood Crypto. So we're gonna get into the transfer business as well. So don't forget, right now to wire, I'm from Haiti. So basically I know about our Haitian people transferring money every day. And it's about $3 billion to $4 billion going to Haiti every year. So what some of those companies do, they overcharge people $7, $8 for $100. So what we're gonna do with our crypto, so just for the mom who don't want to get on board to understand the older generation who can't understand the crypto yet. So what we're gonna do for them is they're gonna just call us, say they want to buy one BitGood is equivalent of 10 US dollar right now. I mean, we're already stronger than the US dollar. So that's how fast we move it. So what we're gonna do is, let's say you want to wire 100 US to Haiti. So we're gonna charge you only $104. The $4 basically for us to wire crypto to crypto is basically cost us nothing. The $4 will share among the people who actually have an office in Haiti, who's gonna hand out the cash, whatever, however they want it. So because they're not on board yet to understand how the crypto world works, so we're still going to work with them until they get it. So
Yes,
imagine $3 billion to $4 billion a year, and we took over. So you could understand how people who invest in BitGood, what type of profit, marginal profit they're going to make. So it's like, if you want to invest with us, you know that we have planned to make you money. So this is the way. So I want everybody to understand what the crypto world is about. We're not just going to buy the crypto to sit on it or for people to invest. We're also going to get into the wire transfer money. So it's going to be fast cash, fast way to make money. So I wanted to let you to be aware of that as well.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Rizna. Wow, such a great idea. And as we communicate about it, I'm looking forward to see the growth as well as the potential of like where this thing can go.
Can I add something?
Go ahead, sister.
So with the BitGood, right? Is this something that I have so many questions, but I guess I'll just ask that one general one. So I'm like, wow, this could solve a lot of problems in Haiti. So is it everywhere in Haiti, or do you have specific locations that folks can, first of all, and you can talk about more about investing, like how would we go about doing that? But second of all, like could you give me an example of how a transaction would happen? Like, let's say if I send, let's say $100 and you charge me $104, how would my relative, I'm from North Haiti, how would my relative receive it?
They'll receive it in Haiti. Just like I said, we're gonna have the cash available in Haiti. So let's say you buy 10 BitGood from me here. So we're gonna have people in Haiti, places just like they have CAM transfer, Western Union, wherever. And the way we're gonna do it is gonna be even better. Anybody who has a little convenience store can actually do it. So it's just like doing Uber. So it doesn't have to be a place like Western Union, an office to go to. We're gonna right now what we're doing, we have in seminars all over Haiti for people to understand how it works. So once we launch it, everybody will understand. The people who actually getting being in the seminar to educate themselves to know how the system is going to work. So it will be no problem for people to actually wire the money. They have places to go. We also going to let them know where to go get it. So it's simple. So it's a matter of investing. And for us, let's say you buy the crypto from us. So, Haitian people, they want their cash. For now, they don't understand the crypto yet. So we want to make sure that they have their cash for the time being. So once they understand, they open up accounts, they know how to work the system. Like somebody was talking about Africa, who actually have what you call mobile money. So you can actually text somebody $10, $20, $30, they get it right there, and they can go to places. If they want to use their phone, just like Apple Pay, they could do it. If they want to get their cash, they get their cash. However, we're going to work to make sure the people can't understand the technology yet. We can get them on board to educate them for them to know, then we move forward. So as far as investing, we about to launch in about a month. So we will announce when we're 100% ready. We will announce that, and we will be on this platform, just like this, to let people know how it's going to work and how we're going to go about investing. Okay. Thank you for your list, for your understanding.
We have another question, Robert.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask him a question, Biz. I know every time they do transfer in Haiti, there's a fee to the government. If they're gonna charge that fee for the government also.
Yeah, that's the crookedness of $1.50 fee.
All right. So once again, you go back to what Rosie was talking about. We don't deal with the government. This is not something the government can control. It's a revolution. Okay. We're not going to give our money to the government. We're going to keep our money to ourselves, to spend on our kids, to send our kids to school, to do certain things. So government, they take the money, they into corruption, especially in Haiti. If we can bypass that, that's even better. So I want you to understand, it's not about the government right now. It's people's power. We're taking control of our own destiny, our own money. It's a revolution. Understand what the crypto world is about. It's just for us not to deal with the government. Who to say that I have to give you money for you? What do you do? Did you do the transaction for me? No.
Nope.
So did you put knowledge in my head to understand the technology? No. It's a revolution. We don't have to give them nothing. Go ahead.
Nothing. No, you're so right.
Excellent. That is so true. It's a revolution. And here's the thing. Oh, I remember now too. First of all, let's lift up Dr. Exuma in prayer. As I said, I knew something was wrong, but isn't it amazing? So we're going to lift up Dr. Exuma. He has a death in the family, ladies and gentlemen. Keep our friend in prayer. He was supposed to be the main platform tonight. And then Stephanie and I started to speak. And then, excuse me. And then I was like, oh, Steph, with all this great information, you should definitely do the first half and Dr. E can do the second half. God works in mysterious ways because Stephanie just did the entire segment, and we just knocked it out. And this is such an interesting, set of information for all of us. So I'm so excited. Thank you again, Steph, for being available and doing what you did this evening, because again, that was like totally God, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So going back to some of the fees and the different things that the government is trying to control, I don't know if you all are aware of this. However, the government is definitely trying to now charge us in regards to like transferring money through Cash App and Zelle and a lot of different things. So I think what happened is the government is finally coming on and learning that all this money is being made. And, from history till today, they've always taxed everything, right? They've taxed every single thing. I don't think they were prepared for this wave. And now they're feeling slighted like, oh, y'all are some con artists. Y'all are trying to get by, but you all never put any restrictions on our money. So now they're trying to go back, and Uncle Sam wants his piece of the pie. And I don't know how that's going to work, honestly, because it's a little too late in my mind. They're sending me messages all the time. Oh, something about records and Cash App and new policies and blah, blah, blah. What I'm thinking is they're attacking those platforms to force them to turn over, or they're probably auditing their paperwork and putting pressure on these organizations. Well, have any of you gotten emails like from any of like Cash App or any? Okay, Steph knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I get, because I do.
They have blocked Canada, like literally, they have blocked us from literally using every single one of our exchanges. Majority of like Binance, Canada, out the door.
Oh,
no more Binance. So they said no Binance. Those Canadians are making too much money. You guys don't want to regulate it. Cut Binance off for us. So you guys have Gemini. A lot of our exchanges.
Gemini. What the hell is a Gemini? I know that as a sign. Look, I laughed at. I don't know what is Gemini. What is that? I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Gemini and me don't get along good. I can't date another Gemini man. So that's why I'm like, can somebody bring no offense, Geminis out there? Okay, praise God. I'm sorry.
No, so you guys, okay.
Thank you so much.
And it's funny because when I first learned about cryptocurrency, they said to me, well, you have to put your money in a wallet. And I'm like, whose wallet?
Right, that part.
So literally, when we're dealing with digital currency, there are thousands of wallets. Okay, these are digital online wallets, and I truly believe that if you get the proper one, it's very safe, because instead of taking interest from you, which your bank does if every 30 days, these wallets don't do anything if you leave your currency in USD. Some majority of the time, you can then transfer your USD currency over to whether be Bitcoin, Ethereum. A lot of these wallets you can actually trade on. In terms of our wallets, our main wallet, we were using Binance Canada. Out the door, they just cut us off. What they did to us is they allowed us up until October. Then they said, okay, we're going to allow you guys, go ahead, use it. Then by December, cut it off again. So we over here understand that the government they're desperate to try to cut Bitcoin. So, but again, we still have ways to work around it. But yeah, they are doing that like crazy. They don't want us to do this. And that comes down to me with respects to the metaverse too. Like, you guys understand that COVID was a worldwide thing, and they're testing us to see if they can keep us inside the house for this metaverse. That's what I just think.
Thank you for breaking that down. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, either way, they want their piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Like, they still can't, I was gonna say another thing, but let me just shut my mouth, because taxation is real, and I was
they come for you.
They'll
come for you.
Shut up, because I like to get in trouble sometimes. But okay, listen, I think I'm gonna shut it up. Robert, I see your face. Big brother, don't you start. Big brother, big brother, yo, y'all don't even know. Me and Robert, we go way back.
Let me cry.
I know. Oh, Robert, you are on mute. Very suave tenel una mute toujours. Thank you, because I know you. Hey, anyway. Upadia, yeah, okay. Listen, guys, it has been so great. Okay, so if you haven't been added to our WhatsApp group, okay, closing remarks. Anybody, if you have a closing remark, please, this is the time to share. We have to shut down. It's just because I had a really long day, but thank God I'm okay. I had an ear infection, but it just like magically disappeared. I'm so happy. Oh my God. But I'm okay now. I feel much better. Thank God. We're going to keep Dr. Exuma in prayer for sure. Also, as I stated in the beginning, for some of you that were not a part of this platform, people are watching us, people are growing with us, people are loving what we're doing. I've been approached to, launch and do different things. Also in my physical space, at my office space, oh my God, a lot of you have never been here because all of you on here are from different communities. In my office space, I have a huge platform here, and we have, a lot of space to do different events. And because of like Stephanie and Dr. Exuma's amazing, presentation last week, and my office manager was here, she has proposed that we do much more and galvanize with more community people. She has a database that's sick. So she has extended for us to have, panels and different things like that. I just wish many more people were in New York so we could do this face-to-face. However, no problem. We're going to be putting out information and hopefully utilizing this space to have our panels and, build, because she wants to see us grow even bigger. So I'm so happy that she loves what we're doing. She's somebody I highly regard, and she loves all of this. So we're going to be working with her very closely. We have an economic specialist that has sent me some information. I am looking into all of that stuff to see how we can move forward with these economic developers and specialists. They love this platform and they know we can do much more. I'm sharing all this with you all because we have so many opportunities. Another amazing opportunity we have is the space in Times Square. For those that don't know, I'm affiliated with a lot of different entities because I am in the media and I do work with a lot of different organizations. And we have those that are, wanting to see us grow and build. And we're gonna offer, the ability for those that are in business for themselves to advertise in spaces like Times Square, which I think, number one, iGenius should definitely have a platform in Times Square for sure. If you guys know anything about, Times Square, even though we're not 100% back in New York City with the traction and the movement, but anything in Times Square is gonna, garner attention and definitely be worth our while to put anything out there that we're working on. So for those that are in business for yourselves or who have, desires to advertise and things like that, we are expanding. So this week, I am going to, get back with the economic development team that wants to see us grow and do more. Astrid is my office manager. She'll be here back with me by the end of the week to have a follow-up conversation for sure. I'll let you all know how that goes. And then again, in regards to Times Square, billboards, and all of those things, like for Big Good, for example, how many millions of Haitians live in New York City who may need an opportunity to join the Big Food family? You know what I mean? We have that there. We have Rosie that knows a whole lot with international development and the ability to, help galvanize with, whatever it is that we're working on politically, because there's a lot happening politically as well. And one of the things that we have to do is just really try to work together as a community and really make waves and shed the light that we are working together as a people to encourage, to empower, and to make sure we educate as well. Because right now, if we're not opening the doors for the community and ourselves, then what does the future look like? We just heard from Mr. Colin Taylor and Steph that a kid that's 12 years old, and I'm not even sure if he's Black, but I have a high feeling that he may not be from the Caribbean or Black American or Black Canadian or whatever. I have a feeling
He is.
He's Black. He's Black? Oh, man, so I mean,
Black?
girl, you better find out. Wait a minute, because he's a Black boy? Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Colin, unmute yourself, boss.
Unmute yourself, Colin, please. Let me know if this is true for our little Black kids. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God. I was like, before I got into the second part of my speech, let's find out if he's Black, people, because I want to know. But either way, we are in a new wave. 12-year-olds are making $400,000 on whales that are from the 80s. And I don't understand any of that, but they understand it. They're more advanced than us. Let's do it together as a community and find out how we can really make this money and help each other grow. That's all I had to say. Let's find out if the little Black boy is really Black, because that will make me so happy tonight. Like, to know a little Black child, you know what? He might be Black.
He looks like he's Indian, Ahmed. So he's one of like the Arabs.
He's an Arab. He's an Ak. That's okay.
Yeah, he's Arab.
But you know what? I did see a little Black boy recently. I hate to put the color thing out there, but what is it?
He could be Ethiopian.
Ethiopian? Okay, well, I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna go and send him a DNA kit to see where the hell he's from. Because that makes me feel really good. No, I'm saying I just want to know. But there was a little Black boy that did make millions of dollars last year. If you all remember, during the wave of GameStop or something, in regards to GameStoppers, GameStopping, something with the, yes. GameStopping, I don't know, I'm a Haitian woman, I don't know. GameStop, whatever, that one. That little Black boy did something manipulated.
In one day went from $40 to $400.
And that little boy.
Was that a day trade? A day trader, little boy?
I don't know. I just saw it on Facebook and Instagram, and I just said, praise the Lord, he's Black. That's all I remember about the story.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking.
Yeah, I don't know these things. I'm still learning myself. I want to make money like these kids, but I want to be wealthy and I want to be smart for sure in doing it. But these little kids that are taking over, it makes me happy to know that we're doing the right thing now, but I don't want to miss the mark. So let's educate ourselves. Anybody else have anything that they want to close off with? Because I'm done. We'll be back here next week Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we're available 24 hours on WhatsApp, 347-617.
Train the kids on coding.
Oh,
The
coding.
kids on coding.
Coding is a huge one. They've been doing that for a number of years.
Yeah, they have the tutoring on YouTube.
Yes.
But they have a lot of places where you can go, where they can learn, because they can build robots, they can build a lot of machinery, at a very early age. So that already puts their mind into the developmental phase. So when they get older, they become engineers in different, because the technology is growing. It's not gonna stop.
STEM. They started that in the school system, science, technology.
A lot of them can go into STEM.
Yeah.
Because limited space in STEM, but they can also learn coding.
Yeah. And they have competition. So back 10 years ago, I learned that in a lot of these schools, they would give these little kids money to literally do what you're saying, coding and create games. So I started to teach our little Black kids, especially, stop buying these games and create them. You're smart enough to create something that other people will buy. And I think I reached a few of our children because I just want to save the kids, and I love the kids. But thank you so much for that, Rosie. It's so true. Coding, look, Madeline, take notes, because you have 2 little Black boys. They need to do something with this coding stuff, get them techie ready.
I'll tell you right now, our kids know about NFTs, and they're just not saying anything to us at this point. They don't want us to say, no, put that money back and don't do it. I'll tell you right now, a lot of the kids know.
They are making something big. I'm gonna talk to my nephew. He's 7, but he can teach.
Oh, a lot of the kids that are, they're understanding it a lot faster than we are right now. And it's all it takes is them to have a certain amount of equity in their pocket. And that's probably what's holding back a lot of these kids from getting to where they got to get to. But yeah, man, this world that we're living in has completely changed, and we just got to make sure that we're on top of everything.
It's so true. But yeah, my 7-year-old nephew can teach me from his home in South Florida how to turn my phone on and what to do with an iPhone 12, because he has the latest everything. And he had an iPad that was $1,000 by the time he was 4, because his father worked for Apple, and I didn't even know how to turn the damn thing on. But praise God, we growing. Y'all laughing, I'm dead up. My nephew's gonna teach me an NFT something, because he be drawing stuff. So we're gonna have this conversation tonight. Okay, questions. Please send in the question. I think there is one more question now. And just to let you all know, we had a few issues in the past with just really one member that's no longer with us anymore, that caused a lot of drama. So that's why we try to keep it very friendly and very family-oriented space. The chats are disabled because this person used to go in and hit people up and do a lot of crazy stuff and make people very uncomfortable. So that's why the chats are disabled. Even when we communicate, I tell people, please don't have a lot of side conversations with each other. I know that sounds terrible, but I use that as a disclaimer, because what happens is I get afraid. I don't want to lose our momentum as a group and as a family. Stephanie knows exactly what I'm talking about. And thank God we got our sister back. One day I'll share more with you guys, but it makes me afraid to just like not know what's happening around us, because we're building and we're growing and all these opportunities are coming. And it takes one bad moment and one bad seed. But if you have the questions, please, now is the time to ask them, or just send them in the message. I will see it, I will ask it. If not, please save it for the WhatsApp messages, because you have access to WhatsApp as well. Let me know you want to be added, and you will be added from that 347-617-6873 number. With that being said,
can I say something?
Absolutely.
Miss Rosie, I was so excited when you said that you are a geopolitical analysis and you focus on Haiti. Just an hour before, I was looking into Haiti's oil and Haiti's geography. Would it be okay to have a conversation with you on WhatsApp, or just to learn from experts or people who have knowledge of Haiti, not only just our history, but just the geography and the political understanding of it? I'm Haitian American. Like, I came here when I was very, very young, and I've only gone back to Haiti like 4 times. So I want to write about what's important to people and educate. So would it be okay to have conversation with you?
Sure, I was born here, not in Haiti.
So funny.
No,
Yeah.
so if my Creole sounds weird, that's, I always have a disclaimer. Like, I have an accent. I'm sorry.
Je parle bon Creole.
Madeline, she's in the group.
Let me
She's
tell you
in the group now too.
before you go. You know, I've had a lot of bad events happen to me in Haiti. I decided to go back in 2013, but I've been doing research on Haiti since Duvalier left because I knew something was not right when he left. And then when Aristide came into power, and then, they ousted him 7 months after he was elected. Like something. So I started doing collect data on Haiti since then. But even though I wasn't really in the Haitian community, like I really didn't have any Haitian friends except for my family, and my family's not really Haitian, forget it. So even still now, I don't have a broad-based Haitian contact, but I decided to go back to Haiti. Well, last year,
Hello?
I had 4 cars.
Hey,
So-
let me ask you a question.
So I'm a victim of Katsamawazo. He came into my lot and took all 4 of my cars and stole my fridge, my stove, my freezer, furniture and stuff like that. And then what I found out is that they were looking for me to kidnap me.
Like I said,
Little did they know that I get these instincts. Sometimes something tells me, don't go anywhere, don't go. So something kept telling me not to go. But anyway, and I'm still going, I'm still helping the people. I still feel for the people, because even if if I say I'm American, it means nothing to me. But when I say I'm Haitian, I have pride in being a Haitian person, because we made history. And that history will never be erased. It doesn't matter how they try to erase our history. We fought colonization and we fought capitalism, and we're gonna keep on fighting it.
That's it. Rosie, that's why I added you in the group chat. Modeling, you will have access to Miss Rosie in just a minute. Now we have Reja. After Reja, we are done for the night, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But these conversations are very key to our growth. Again, the reason why the chat is disabled, and I try to find out like how everything is going with everybody, how we're doing, keep it very friendly and family oriented with the group, is because I don't want to lose anybody. So whatever happens, I'm not nobody's mother or whatever. It's just we had a major problem before, so that's why I love to keep the open space for our community. Lejean, go ahead, my love.
Okay, I know we're running out of time, but what I wanted to say is, it seems like we have a lot of smart people who can actually talk about everything. So as far as the question she asked, we could actually have another program on this platform to discuss about the resources, the mineral resources Haiti has. You remember we had that conversation the other night? Yep. So we can have a big debate on Haiti in general. So I'm very happy. I'm glad that you actually have this platform where we can debate everything, not only about finance, politics, wealth, mineral resources, and where the world is going. So I'm very happy that thank you for having me. And I'm looking forward to have another one just like this.
We're here.
Thank you, everybody. Wednesday. Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. And real quick, Regina, we're here every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we literally go on for like between an hour to 2 hours, or in this case, almost 3 hours, because the information is so great. And let me tell you something, when you have, I guess like a relationship with people that have the same vision and the same desires in mind, like I said, we could be here till tomorrow morning, but we're shutting it down now. And you all, Virgil, do you want us to add you to our group messaging on WhatsApp?
Definitely.
Perfect. Collins is ready here. Yulene, text me if you want me to add you. I still don't know who iPad is. I pray to God it's not the feds, but I don't care if it's the feds. Y'all don't know nothing bad about me. And iPad, you've been here the whole time. Listen, I ain't seen nothing. Who is that? Who is that? They opened it up. Who is the iPad?
Then they didn't.
They opened it for one.
It's It's Sampreneur. I'm in another meeting. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, the whole time, Sampreneur. I've been
Hi, Sam.
We have an iPad, we have iPhone.
I can't with this man. You know what? He's gonna introduce himself when he's free. I've been called him out 17 times before, and he snuck back in his iPad. I'll give the introduction on Sampreneur. He found us on Instagram, and he's been a part of our family ever since. He comes on as Bless sometimes. He comes on as iPhone sometimes. He comes on as iPad now. But he's super great, and he has a few businesses, and he lives down south somewhere, not as far as Florida, but somewhere with a T, Tallahassee, Tennessee, Texas, one of them. And we love Sampreneur, and he's just so great. And he knows this is his language.
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. I was not even close, but praise the Lord.
Fried chicken.
You know what? Not fried chicken, Jesus. Bye, guys. We're done. Wait, look what I have. Kentucky fried chicken. Good night, people.
That's right.
I can't with y'all tonight. I love you guys. Let's stay in touch. We love you. For Facebook that's been watching. Big Brother, oh my God, Master B was watching all night with us. Master B GB was on. Queen Ocean was on. And we got a request to have a whole nother panel for my sister Fancy. People are watching. Like I said, they're listening. They're sending in comments. 80 has been on with us all night on Instagram. We have a lot more to do. Let's keep building. Good night, guys. I love you. Woo, we did it. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Robert. Good night. Bye, Sampreneur. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.